Hello and welcome to Herman Hits the Road. I'm Ads.
And I'm Zoe.
And in this video we're going to be at the Canterbury Camping and Caravanning Club site, and we're going to go into, well, we're going to have a walk into town, so stick around and stay tuned for what we go and see in Canterbury. Well, we have arrived at Canterbury. It took us, what, half an hour to walk?
25 minutes.
Yeah, and of course the first thing you do when you get to a place is get something to eat. So we're at the Eletto Chocolate Cafe, the Eletto Chocolate Cafe on the top floor, and they've got Christmas songs. It's not even December yet, or even halfway through November, and we've got Christmas songs and Christmas decos.
Stencils all on the windows.
Yeah, so we've got some food coming and some coffee, and we'll show you that when it arrives. They have a long wait at the moment though. Well, my coffee has arrived. Now I can't remember what it's actually called. Vagatero? Oh, I don't know. It began with F and... Frigatino, was it?
I don't know.
Anyway, this is what it looks like. So this is ice cream in a glass. I've had some already, and this is an espresso. And you're supposed to pour it over like that.
Oh, pretty.
It does smell very good coffee. So yeah, I've got myself my dessert before my main dish.
Are you meant to use a spoon with it?
I don't know if you're supposed to use a spoon. Ooh, weird. Very nice though. Iced coffee.
Try not to take too much, because you know what
Yeah,
I like.
you know what, yeah.
Oh, yes, there's a bit of
Ice cream
bittiness,
coffee.
a bit of sweetness.
Right, hands off, it's mine. Zoe's has just arrived.
I thought it might be bigger than that.
Yeah, look. And what is that, a mocha?
Mochaccino.
Oh, it's a mochaccino, tiny one. Is it nice?
Better not have it too quickly.
No, savour it. Okay, our food has arrived. Starving now though. What have we got? You've got some sort of toasted sandwich. And I have got a bacon butty. I think it's got ham in it as well. Right, we're going to tuck into this because I am famished. Well, we did it. We have purchased tickets to enter not only the cathedral, but actually outside, just outside the cathedral. £14 each. Don't normally, in fact, that's very high.
Well, I mean, if we're going to be here all afternoon, it's not bad, is it really? I'm trying to see the good in it.
But yeah, we're going to have, it's very clean though. I mean,
Very clean.
and it's very quiet. There's not a lot of people here.
Apart from a dust cart.
But yeah, we're going to walk around. Unfortunately, you've got all this scaffolding around.
They haven't finished it.
We haven't finished it. It's a bit like the Eiffel Tower, you know. We're going to have a wander around, find a better angle for a shot. And then we're going to go in. Right, so this part, this end, looks like it's finished. It looks very clean and shiny. And it looks like it's been made out of many parts. I mean, this bit here is all jutting out. And then this is a bit more modern looking. Look at that. But one thing I have noticed is there's a lot more windows than any other cathedral I've seen. There you go, another angle. We're coming to the end here actually. What have you found here, love?
Wow, this is the Canterbury War Horse. And evidently over 8 million horses died in the First World War. And it's got its head bowed in respect.
Yeah, and I can see it's all made out of just bits of wood.
Its tail's made out of rope, and the mane.
Tell you one thing, since the cathedral is actually surrounded by the town, it's quite peaceful in here compared to out on the streets. And you even get to have a little garden here. I don't know if you know this, but Canterbury is surrounded by an ancient wall built by the Romans about, I don't know, 12:15 lunchtime.
Silliness. Was it that exact?
Yeah. I can't remember the year. So we're around the back of the cathedral. I think this used to be a monastery, according to this sign here. But in 1382, continues over there as well, where Zoe is, an earthquake of all things, in Britain, badly damaged several parts of it. That's what's left. Right, we're going in. God, there's a step. Well, we are in. Look down there, it's like goes on forever. And we're gonna join a tour, short tour, which starts in just a couple of minutes, doesn't it?
Yeah. About the Black Prince.
Do we know who he is?
No.
Right, so we just had a talk about the Black Prince, who was just here. This is his effigy. Do you know what? It was extremely interesting, but we can't remember much about it. But it was very good, and we think the person who was giving the talk, was been on TV, a famous person, like
we can't remember who she is.
like a news reporter, I think, right?
Yes.
It's not Angela Ripper.
No. But something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, we've seen her on the BBC News. Anyway, Black Prince, so cool because he's
maybe because of his black armour,
Yeah.
maybe because he wore black clothes.
or he was the devil. I think the French would call him the devil because he apparently, they say, he went around murdering people. But anyway, he never ended up being king. He died before his father died,
Yes.
and his son, Richard II, became king instead. There you go, that's a bit I remember. So the talk has taken us to the very far end of the cathedral, but you can look back at half of it. Just up there is half of it, then there's the nave where we started. But yeah, and there's the Black Prince, and these are replicas up here of his possessions: his helmet, his jacket, his scabbard, and his crown. And then back through there is the very end. And this chapel is of the saints and martyrs of our own time. So I wonder who'll be included in that then. All the windows are like this, so much detail in them. So if we go through here, it says just there, it says the chapel of St. Edward the Confessor. It's very dark and dingy, almost like a prison, like a cell. Even had the idea of fitting electricity and heating, look. You remember the name, haven't you? Remember that lady's name?
Yeah.
And what was it?
Jan Leeming,
Yes.
newsreader, TV presenter.
Somebody more famous than us. Looking at these little chapels here. Look up there, look at all the architecture. You've got column upon column up there, arch upon arch. Amazing. Why do cathedrals need to be so tall? It's got something to do with reaching out to heaven or something. So this is the crypt, or the buffs it says here, for the Royal East Kent Regiment. And it's jam-packed with stuff. All these flags, and they're all very, very old. Some of them are transparent. Some of them are ripped. 1400 years old, this cathedral is. And even thought of putting in electricity. Have you ever seen a personal sundial? Take a look at this. That is a personal sundial for telling the time. It's probably owned by a monk, it says here. So you put the pin in one of the holes at the top there, on that particular month, and it'll tell you what time it is. That is incredible. I mean, talk about pocket watches, or watches in general you put on your wrist. Right, so we're somewhere in the middle now. What an amazing space. Just incredible. So high, so dark over in that direction. It's not coming up on the camera how dark that is over there, but in that direction is really well lit. Very weird. And through there is where we started. I think the cathedral must have been built on a hill or something, because right at the top is a flight of stairs just over there. And if I look down here, some more stairs. So we keep going up and up and up, unless there's something underneath here. Massive crypt or something. Yeah, look, stairs leading further down. What's going down there? Let's see if you can go in there. Right, so you can definitely go down there, but not through this entrance. I'm going to go and try and find it. I think it's probably through here. Right, looking for the crypt, I decided to come back into the nave first of all, and I'm glad I did, because look at that. Looking straight ahead through there. And there's the nave. Right, find this crypt. Not much to see down here. It's literally a whole new level down here. Wow. It's dark and dingy. It's quite peaceful. It would be very peaceful without the music, of course. But... Well, we are outside now, and it has, while we've been in the cathedral, it has started raining. But this is the museum and the library. What an amazing building. A bit further along the high street is this black and white building. In fact, there's three of them. This is called the Old Weaver's House, simply because they had weavers in there. AD 1500, this says inside that building. But over here, you can see that it's right next door to a Stour, I think it was a Stour River, wasn't it? Yeah, one of those things I've just forgotten.
Yeah, sounds good.
So up there you can do some boat rental, and I don't know if you can see that, just there, in the middle of the picture there is a ducking chair, or ducking stool, and the story goes is that if the wives were giving their husbands a bit too much lip, then they get put on that. Of course, also you have the story of the testing if a witch is a witch by drowning them. But yeah, very interesting. How many times have they replaced that with new wood? But now this is a restaurant. This is the high street with its cobblestones. Loads of people walking in the rain.
Busier now, isn't it?
Yeah. They have the best street names in Canterbury. A nice shot of the cathedral through there. Good morning, folks. We had a brilliant time yesterday at the cathedral and all around Canterbury. Unfortunately, though, the weather kind of stopped us walking around with the camera. But we're now at the campsite. This is our last day, and we're just getting ready to go back home. So here's Herman. Over here, though, down there, you have a nature reserve with a dog walk, and it's really quite nice, large nature reserve. But I'm going to show you around the rest of the campsite now. So you have a motorhome service point, which is brilliant, and you can just drop your water just there. You can fill up just there. This is the second facilities block. Unfortunately, though, it's closed. You can see the doors here. They've got chains across them. Something wrong with it. I can't remember what it was. But you've got cassette emptying around the back there, along with the dishwashing. It's quite a large camping and caravanning club site, and it's right near a road, a very busy road. But can't really hear it. It's quite a peaceful site. Plenty of hard standing and grass pitches. And this is the main block where you have the gents down there, got the ladies around the other side, and you've got the dishwashing. So the facility block is just there with the entrance barriers, and this is where the new arrivals park up. And just here is reception, and the entrance is just through there. These are getting quite popular, aren't they, at the camping and caravanning club sites? These are glamping tents. They have 6 of them here, and then they have kiddies climbing frame, play area. So let's get back to Herman, and we'll have a chat with Zoe about what we think about Canterbury, the cathedral and the campsite. Did you enjoy Canterbury and the cathedral?
I did. Well, we were umming and ahhing, weren't we, whether we were going to go in there or not.
Yeah.
And because it was £14 each, we kind of thought, shall we not? But then we thought, well, if we don't go in there, we'll probably regret it, won't we? But no, it was good. It was very impressive, wasn't it? The the whole. I mean, obviously they were doing renovation work, weren't they? But inside was amazing. And we had
it was a nice. It was a very good cathedral.
Yes,
quite a very large one. Lots of history, of course.
Yes.
And I just found it, even just outside, it was very quiet compared to the rest of Canterbury. It's kind of its own.
Well, that's right.
It's kind of its own. City, like the Vatican, it's like really separate. It felt really separated, didn't it?
I suppose normally when you go to a cathedral, you've got everybody milling about, haven't you? But because you've got to pay to get into the grounds, it was very quiet. But it was nice to have that tour, wasn't it? The 15-minute tour
with Jan Leeming.
Well, whether it was Jan Leeming, I don't know.
And we and the ticket. Now this is something they don't say. The ticket you can use for a year.
Yes.
So you can keep coming back.
Yes.
So they don't say that. I mean, if I'd have known that, I'd have thought, well, yeah, why not?
So if you go back 10 times, you're only paying £1, aren't you?
I'm sure there's a limit on how many times you can come back, but yeah. And you just show you your ticket and wander on straight through, can't you? Yeah.
It's a shame we're not nearer, really, isn't it? But
and it's a shame the weather wasn't better.
No. Well, we didn't realise, did we? When we came out, it was teeming it down.
Yeah, that was a bit of a strange thing, wasn't it? We had no indication that it was raining outside. Bucket in. And it's quite lucky because the outdoor shop called Black's had a 30% sale, and so therefore I went and bought some waterproof leggings. So I was all right, Jack.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, so what do you think of the campsite?
Campsite's all right, isn't it? I mean, it's a campsite.
It's another campsite.
We're miles away from the toiletry block.
Yeah.
Toilet block even.
Yeah, the facilities, yeah.
Yeah, because one of them's closed, so they've only got the one near reception open. But
that's all right. Nothing to complain about, really, is there? No. And the nature reserve is quite pleasant. Yeah. So well, that's it. That's it. It's gonna be it for this video. Do the likes and subscribes and whatever, and we'll see you in the next one. So thank you very much for watching.
And goodbye.
Bye bye. There you go. See, very good, very good. Yeah, don't forget to hit the notification bell if you want to do that. Yeah.
Free to subscribe.
Yeah, it's free to subscribe.
Yeah.
Keep watching to the very end. It really does help the channel.